Today is Tuesday, Parashat Vaychi. We're learning from the Mussar in Chok Israel. Yetzer hara, the evil impulse, eno matsui ela mitoch ma'achal u'mishteh, is only present as a result of food and drink. In other words, indulgence in food and indulgence in drink causes the Yetzer hara to be found. The mitoch ma'achal u'mishteh, because as a result of good food and good drink and people getting together and indulging in excessive food or excessive drinking and that type of thing, Yetzer hara mitrabe ba'adam, the Yetzer hara increases in the person. And so the person has to be careful with this aspect. Kol ha'onesh shemkabel ha'adam be'olam ha'neshamot, all the punishment that a person receives in the world of souls, eno ela ba'avur piv, is only because of his mouth. Shene'emar, like it's stated in Kohelet, in the book of, in the Megillat Kohelet, in the Megillah of Ecclesiastes by King Solomon, he wrote, Kol amal adam lefiu, all a man's toil, or a man's effort, or a man's trouble, you could explain, is for his mouth. Shenitma b'ma'achalot asurot, because his mouth was defiled by forbidden foods. Uvlashon hara, or by slanderous gossip. V'nivlut hapeh, or by vulgar speech. V'chayotze, and the like. In other words, what Shlomo HaMelech is telling us is the mouth is very important to make sure that it stays pure, in the sense whether it is from forbidden foods, whether it's non-kosher food, chaz v'shalom, or even food that is kosher, I would say. And if a person overeats, that's also an effort that a person has to invest in terms of having the self-control, and also have self-control in terms of what comes out of your mouth. What speech are you saying? That it should not be vulgar, it should not be speech that is gossip, lashon hara, and that type of thing. And that is so important that Shlomo HaMelech says, Kol amal ha'adam lefiu, all the effort and the toil, maybe the trouble of a person, is dependent on his mouth. Oy lahem layoshvim chavurot chavurot, woe to those who sit in groups, le'echol ve'lishtot, and they're eating and drinking, ve'enam yireim me'Hashem, and they do not fear God. In other words, they just sit around and to have a good time drinking and eating, and not involved in a seudat mitzvah, in a seudah of a mitzvah like Brit Milah or Shabbat, that sort of thing, but they just sit around to have a good time eating and drinking. They don't have fear of Hashem. Here the Mussar says, Ve'asatan meraked imahem v'sameach, and the accuser, the Satan, dances with them and he's rejoicing, he's happy, because the Yetzer hara can be increased that way in them. Ve'amishtakrim kortim hashefa, ve'aberacha hayoredet liYisrael, and those who become drunk cut off the divine outpouring and the blessing that descends upon Israel. In other words, there is a potential of beracha that's coming to the world, coming to Am Yisrael. Those that get drunk just for the sake of getting drunk are doing something that is negative, not just for themselves, but it actually can have an impact to sort of be a block for the beracha, for the blessings to come to Am Yisrael. So serious it is, just getting drunk for getting drunk sake, or drinking for drinking sake. A person who eats together with those who deny the Torah, and he has a meal together with them, he joins them in their meal. Im talmid chachamu, if he's a Torah scholar, mezalzel torato, he makes a mockery of his Torah. Vazbez mamono, and he wastes away his money. Abed banav lahamad al, and destroys his children. May Hashem save us. So to be careful also who you associate with in terms of sitting down with a meal. If it's people that deny the Torah, people that are not the right choice of people to associate with, you're better off not sitting with them. And on this it says, Shomer piv ulshono, shomer mitzvot nafsho. And on this it says in the book of Proverbs, A person who guards his mouth and his tongue, guards his soul, mitzarot, from troubles. And this was the Mussar for today. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.